Welcome to another episode of That Crazy Triangle Guy. Here we are looking at Bitcoin US dollar index on the 4-hour time frame. And I'm going to remove this yellow line right here. Not that one, this one right here. Before I do so, what is that yellow line? It was the target from this inverse head and shoulders pattern here. And we just about met it here on the Trump pump announcement on Sunday. So let's get rid of that. There we go. Because if I can get rid of lines, that's all the better. Now, where that Trump pump over the weekend took us up to the top of this yellow channel. Now, if I squish things together, the top of that yellow channel is this channel we've been trading downwards in since way back here. That little top right there, that top at 100, the first top at 108,000. December 17th, we entered this channel, or we hit the top of the channel, I should say, and then started oscillating downwards within it. Now, we did come out of it a couple times, and I'm not widening the channel to catch that price action because the way the channel is, it was initially set up with these points in mind here, and the way it is set up, it obviously is catching the center lines all and the quarter lines within the channel, as well as the top and the bottom of the channel do catch a lot of the price action as support and resistance, as you can see as I scroll along here. And currently, I mean, yeah, you can see that is the fact. Now, we did come down here for this new low. We came outside the channel, but you can see here that we wicked down to it here as well as right here, and that was as it was originally drawn. So that's why we don't change things. Now, one thing I did change since last video, the key point I was making on last video was that this right here, our new low, local low here at 77-ish, 78, whatever it is, I thought possibly that this could be the left shoulder of the start of an inverse head and shoulders pattern here. Either that, I proposed two scenarios, or that we would start we would form a W pattern here and start oscillating upwards in this blue channel. And currently it appears that is what we are doing. Now, I did change the blue channel, and I mentioned that I may have to, because originally I had the blue channel anchored here at this low. Okay, now that's a line, not a I had it anchored right here on this wick, the low here, and then I also had it anchored, I believe, on this wick here. And I stated at the time, hey, we may have to move this down a little bit or whatever, depending on how price action plays out. And I kind of did get faked out when it fell below here. But which brings up another point. If you see price action breaking out, either breaking out or it's not called breaking down. What's it called? Breaking out is upwards, and dumping, I guess. No, it's called something else when it goes down. But anyway, if you see price action doing that, moving pretty quickly before making a move. I don't know if I stopped recording before I finished that sentence, but before making a move, it's always best to come over here to at least this CoinGlass chart. I guess other people have other liquidity heat maps that they use and stuff. And I don't have time to get into all that stuff. So this is good enough for me. I go here and I click on the symbol part right here, and then you can also do various pairs. I just use the general overall symbol, and I look at the 12-hour time frame first and foremost, which gets you the most immediate price action. You can also go to the 24 or the 1 week or the monthly, and it expands this data to get I guess what I believe longer term short and long positions. I don't do that kind of trading, so I don't really understand that much about it, but I just know that price action goes and liquidates these people to the upside and downside. So let's refresh this and see what we're doing right now. See, we're getting holed up there. Bears don't have the strength to liquidate those people. Now we did the same thing to the upside, around 92-ish, I believe. Yeah, just approaching 93. And it's funny, when we come down and liquidate the longs, we really wreck them, and you see high amounts of liquidity. When we go up and liquidate the shorts, for the amount of liquidity that's up there, we end up getting just a very little bit, because I guess they close out their positions before getting liquidated, or what. I don't know how it works. They're a lot smarter than the longs, and actually I do believe that the whales are running the show, and Bitcoin price merely pumps simply because they stop selling. They control the price action by selling and shorting, and it moves up because they allow it to. Actually, that's not entirely true, but they get out of the way when they get out of the way when price action is when buying pressure is strong. But the more I watch these charts, it seems though that the whales and the shorting and selling control the market a lot more than anything else. But so anyway, enough of that. So I always go to look here, and a lot of times, like if we're dumping down, after we grab this yellow and some of the greenish color, it depends how much is there, to either the downside or the upside, we'll flip back around and go the other way. It's just price is just moving up real quickly to grab those guys, or down real quickly to grab those guys, and then it reverses. So always be careful when you see something going through a support or resistance line, because it may just go through there just a little bit to get those guys. So that's the point I wanted to make. So we always have to remind ourselves, like I did here, when I did see price action start going below my channel that I made, I'm like, whoa, are we dumping out of my channel? And then when I looked at the liquidation heat map, I quickly realized what we were doing. I'm like, okay, I just need to adjust this down a little bit. That's all we're doing. And when I did adjust it down, and I put the top right here and the bottom on that point and the the low, 78, whatever, then the center line came more into play with the price action here. It looked a little bit better than I did have it drawn previously. So that's that. And you can see how we continued up here because this candle, are we on a 4 hour? Yeah. This 4 hour candle broke above the center line enough so that we would start a new candle entirely above the center line. That's how it's supposed to work. Now here you can see we wicked up to the center line, got rejected, and then came back down. Now we didn't come down all the way to the bottom of the channel. We started going upwards here. So I made a new channel here, nice new channel, and look at how price action is following within that channel pretty nicely there. Now, what is it doing? It is forming the W pattern as I scenario number 2 that I postulated, theorized, whatever. Now, the target for that is this green. That's the measurement right there, which I will delete right now from the bottom of the W to the, well, I have it like a neckline here. I think other people draw it like flat across horizontally, whatever. I don't know for sure, but I will delete that now. Anyway, regardless, the target is way up here. Target is way up here at 113,150-ish, around there or so. And that gets us back up into, well, into the above the mid section of the most important channel in Bitcoin history, which would be really, really good. I doubt we're gonna get. I don't think we're gonna get there. I'd like to be super bullish, but we got the CPI data coming up here in the FOMC meeting, and I really think the market's gonna wait for that before coming back up into this channel. I think that the Crypto Summit is going to be a non-event. I mean, it's great. It's a great, great thing, but I don't think Trump can do anything about a strategic reserve. He needs Congress. And he has Congress, but maybe they'll announce a bill. That would be the best case scenario that could possibly happen at the summit, I think, is if a bill that he announced that a bill was being introduced. Of course, it's not Trump's job to announce that. There would have to be a member of the Senate or something like that at the conference that would announce that, because it is the Congress's business, unless Trump has a workaround, which I doubt he could pull off. I don't know. Whatever it is, I think it's going to be a non-event. But you can see now, the summit is coming up here on. Why can't I move this over? It is from 1:30 to 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, which is, as far as I can tell from what I've read, 1:30 to 5:30 Friday Eastern Standard Time, which is 18:30 to, this is a 4-hour chart, so that's why it's 18:30 to 22:30 in this little box here. Now, yeah, since it is a 4-hour chart, it has it from 1600 to 2000. But anyway, I marked off the summit right there. And as you can see, if we did continue upwards in this channel, we'd be at the summit right at the tail end here of the channel. So the W pattern formation would be finishing its pattern right at the summit, giving it a choice of a breakout up to 113 or back down to where it started, somewhere down, way down here at the bottom, which would also be the bottom of our yellow channel here, or maybe one of these other lines back down to this yellow line, which goes way back in time. I've shown this previously before. See how I have a red line here and a white line and an orange line. I don't know if this line is white or yellow because I have a yellow blocker on my phone. Yeah, let's just for shits and giggles, let's turn off the yellow blocker and see what color that line is. I said yellow blocker, I meant blue blocker, or it's called Eye Comfort Shield. And to be honest, I still can't tell whether that's, looks like it's yellow to me. Anyway, let's turn our shield back on. I wonder if that changes the color on the video or not. I don't know. I'll have to watch one of my video, or have to watch this video to see if that is the case. Anyway, so those lines right there represent this red channel. Red channel we've been trading in this entire bull market since 2022. Since the end of 2022, we've been trading in this red channel. Here we are, right? Yep, there's the FTX collapse right there. And since November 2022, we've been trading in the red channel. The only times we've gone outside this channel is right here in 2023, September, August through, yeah, always August through September, October. And when we did go outside there, we've gone either to this yellow line or the orange line that has held us as support. And we did go above the red channel here in April of 2024 into the most important channel in Bitcoin history, which led me to believe that we were starting the parabolic rally after some sort of consolidation in here. Instead, we came back down into the red channel and eventually outside of our most important channel in Bitcoin history. And once again in August, well, July, starting in July, but then into August and September, came back down outside the red channel to touch the yellow and orange lines once again. And then here we are. I went over all that in last video. And so now here we did come down and touch the yellow line again right there. And possibly if this W fails, then we could come back down and touch again over here. That would be around $80,000. Oh no, I'm sorry, down a little lower. Maybe where this purple line and the yellow line intersect on Saturday at about $80,000. That would probably be a really bullish scenario. And then maybe do a little bounce and consolidate in this area. That would be great. Less bullish would be that we come all the way back down to the orange channel. But would be good for people that still are waiting around. And it might give you another opportunity to get back in. And that could take us down to, down below that other low, just down below 77,000. Now, if we went below that, that might be kind of questionable. Now, I did clone the blue channel and place it below the other blue channel, just in case, being ready that we came down here looking for where we might meet resistance or support, I mean. So possibly the center line of this channel would be support. And when is that? That's Monday morning. Mm-hmm. You know, so hopefully you have all these lines on your chart and you can kind of gauge what's going on, because I can't make videos every hour. I only can do it once in a while. And maybe during the crypto summits we just see a huge dump right down to here. 76,666 or something like that. Now, let's see, what if we came all the way down? How low is that? If we came all the way down there, that's about 72,100, depending on when we could get down to 71. If we dumped all the way down here, that would be bad, very, very bad. And because 71,000, because of something that I saw on Wolves of Crypto. Now, that guy drives me a little bit crazy, but I like to watch his channel once in a while. He just has so much energy, and everything is so urgent. But he did bring up a point, and the point was something that I had forgotten about, and it is the Gaussian channel. But not on the 4-hour time frame, and not on the daily time frame, as I just turned on right here. Where is the daily? Daily is way up here at 92.9. Huh. Isn't that funny? On the Trump pump over the weekend, we did come up into the bottom of the daily Gaussian channel and got rejected out of it. Kind of rather sloppily. We didn't come right up to it. We went into it a little bit. And currently, hey, it looks like we got rejected off of it right here on this wick right up to there. Now on the daily, these it's not matching up. This channel that I drew here was on the hourly or 4-hour or whatever, and the candle wicks match up there with it pretty nicely. But on the daily, they do stick out a little bit. But we got rejected off of the bottom of the daily Gaussian channel. I just saw this right now. So that is kind of not bullish. Kind of not bullish right now. I'm thinking we go back down to 82 to 77. That's what I'm thinking. So that's not, but this is not what the Wolves of Crypto dude was talking about. He was talking about the Gaussian channel on the weekly, which I haven't looked at in a long time. But we've been out here for so long that the weekly Gaussian channel is catching up to price action here. And the top of it is currently at 72,376. Right there. So we do not want to go, we don't want to go into that thing. Now, before anybody tells you, before you get scared that, oh no, if we go below 72, it's gonna suck us down, and we're gonna go all the way down to, where's the bottom at? we're going to go all the way down to 52, and oh my God, the bull cycle's over, and we're just going to stay down here and get sucked into the weekly Gaussian channel. Well, let me show you something. Let's follow this channel backwards in time. Now, as you can see here, well, we did get sucked into it here. When is this? Oh, this is January of 22. What's this back here? Hey, 21. This is our all-time high right here in November of 2021. After the high in April, we came down, and what did we do? Well, hell, we did dip into the Gaussian channel. We bounced. We didn't even touch it there, but here we not only wicked into it, we got part of our candle body in there too, and bounced at. Well, the candle wick went all the way down to 29,000. Just entering the Gaussian channel from this high of like 65,000. And a couple months later, after that high, we came in, got well into the Gaussian channel down to 29, and still managed to bounce out of it. Came back down, wicked in again, bounced out of it, and created a new all-time high at 60, whatever this says. Why does it say 67? I don't know. Is it higher back here? I don't know. $67. I thought it was 69. I guess it depends on what chart you're on. So even if we did come down to 72, it's still not the end of the world, because we went from 29 up 100, over 100% to set a new all-time high. So if we went down into 72, we still could go up to 100 and over 100%, up to 150 again, to create a new all-time high before finally entering a bear market. So don't freak out if we go down there, okay? Doesn't mean the bull market's over. But I doubt we'll get that. I doubt we'll go down there. Though it would be concerning if we did go past that orange line, which is currently at, on the weekly here, it's sitting at about 76. But if we went on let's turn this guy off. Yeah, it's around 76.66. That's right. I remember 76.6666. So, there you have that. So, we'll be finishing our W pattern up around here somewhere. But as I noted, the top of the daily Gaussian, or the bottom of the daily Gaussian channel is right here. And we did get rejected off of it about 93,000. And that is below this white neckline, or below our parallel channel, which is acting as a neckline for the W pattern here. Other lines you got to keep in mind are, first of all, this aqua colored line right here. Right here, just coming down this way. That's connecting our highs right here. Just the highs of our most recent cycle, and we hit it here on January 20th ish, and over here on January 30th, and over here on February 21st. So hit that line exactly those 3 times, and that is right in the vicinity of price action. So if we did come up here, gotta watch for what happens around this white line, watch for what happens around this green line. We could come up, get a rejection off this green line, find support on the white line, and continue upwards. If there is some sort of major bullish announcement or whatever, who knows? Or price action just says, hey, we're moving on now. Those are things to watch out for. There's also this other green line going across right here, and that is connecting the lows from September 6th and October 10th, something like that, way back here. That low right there, which just so happened to hit that orange line. And this other low on October 10th, which so happened to hit the yellow line. And the green line is connecting those two. And that's the line that we did fall through here in this dumpy dump. Now, I've discussed all this in previous videos where you would have known that something new was happening once we broke not that green line, but a line that connected actually the candle bodies is what clued us into that something else was going on. So got to keep all that stuff in mind right here. Those are places I would look for support and resistance and to bounce around. What else do we want to say about that? Now, what I think is going to happen is that a whole lot of nothing is just going to come out of the summit. The summit, what this summit is just a meeting of folks to discuss crypto. And originally, as I was reading news articles just recently, Trump had promised prior to taking office a formation of a crypto council, but before that was created, it looked like it would just be a bunch of chaos going on with bigwigs in the industry trying to get their influence and their projects promoted and stuff like that. And I think the White House decided that they did not want that within their ranks, and so decided to go this route with various crypto summits from time to time where people got together and discussed stuff or whatever and fought it out in little 4-hour matches. So that's all this is. As far as any big announcements, I guess those are rumors. I don't know. I don't really get into the news a lot, so I don't know if Trump actually did say that he has a big announcement. But, everything's a big announcement for Trump, and I love him. I love Trump, but he's a funny guy, and that's one of the reasons we love him, right? So got to take everything with a grain of salt, but he does mean business. But doesn't mean things are going to happen right now unless there's someone from the Senate or whoever, or one of these banking committees or financial committees that is there and announces that they are introducing a bill into Congress for the strategic reserve. And even if that is the case, that's going to take some time. Although, from what we've seen, just this week we had the Senate, anyway, vote to pass like 70 to 29 something like that. Vote to vote to something about the IRS restrictions on DeFi projects. The IRS regulation requirements for DeFi projects, and anyway, voted those down. So that's why DeFi Aave and whatever Compound and some of the other DeFi things like Uniswap, maybe, I don't know. Whatever projects out there probably saw some good moves upwards this week. And so, anyway, there is huge support in the House and in the Senate for crypto, and not just from the right, it's from the left too. So it looks like, yeah, we got like 3/4 of the Congress in favor of crypto, favorable legislation. So I don't imagine it would be too much trouble to get a. Well, a strategic reserve is another thing. You're talking about, the whole nation putting their faith in, something that's brand new and, well, relatively new and pretty risky and pretty volatile. So that is another consideration there. So that's that. And let's see what happens. We are ending on a green candle, green 4-hour candle. We are forming. What time is this? This is an 8 o'clock candle. I better do some sleeping. Oh, look at. Oh my gosh, oh, it just ended. That's why. Wow. It's a pretty nice green candle for a half-hour candle. So Europe's trading right now, and so when you see something like that, what did I say? Go over here to this thing and refresh this. Huh. I find it hard to believe that they're just going up there to grab that little bit of liquidity up there. I mean, it's not much. Why would they be doing that? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I guess more likely it's just Europe buying this dip. Now, see, this is another reason why I have this. I didn't change this original yellow downward sloping channel to match the price action that went outside the channel. I left my original channel as I had drawn it and not catching any of this price action up here because it doesn't make my channel invalid. Actually, what happened right here is that we got rejected off the top of this channel and off of the bottom of the daily Gaussian channel. Came back down, found a little support on the center line here, but then dumped down to the quarter line exactly of my white channel or yellow channel or whatever color. Pretty nicely for there. Held that candle there. That's a indecision candle, and then bounced. That's Europe bouncing off of that quarter line right there. And we didn't even come down to this blue center line, which We didn't even come down to that blue center line, which is kind of bullish. Unless we just chop sideways here. Maybe that's what we do until we do hit the center line. Could be. All right, well, I guess you can just sit here and analyze this shit all day, right? Okay, so let's see what happens over the next couple of days. All right, see you next time.